guys, it's me, Addison, and today I'm going to be explaining Dear Evan Hansen. So this musical is probably one of my favorites. It is an amazing musical, such an amazing storyline and everything. So hopefully this explains the songs better for you guys. So the first song of the entire show is Anybody Have a Map? And this song is with Heidi and Cynthia both singing it. I feel like this song is both of the moms trying to figure out both of their sons and not really understanding where they're coming from or why they're acting the way that they are. And I feel like it's a super empowering song for both of them. And they're basically singing, does anybody have a map? Like, because they don't know how this works or how to do this and stuff like that. So I think it's a super cool song for both of them to be singing together, but like of course separated because they don't really know each other. And I think it's just a super cool song in my opinion. The next song is Waving Through a Window, and this one is Evan singing. Obviously if you've heard the music, you would know this is him singing. I feel like this song is basically him wanting to be out there with everybody but like not being able to because of his anxiety. Evan Hansen is a character that deals with anxiety, so he portrays it so well. Like Ben Platt portrays the whole thing perfectly, and I've heard so many great things about it. I actually haven't seen the musical. I want to see it so bad. I feel like with him saying on the outside always looking in, he feels like an outsider. Okay, for Forever. So honestly, I was very confused about this song. This song is basically talking about Evan and Connor. I actually thought they were friends for like the longest time, but they aren't. And this song is talking about them hanging out. So basically, this is Evan making up a whole bunch of stuff to the Murphys, talking about how him and Connor went to the apple orchard and climbed trees and stuff like that. And this song is talking about how Evan broke his wrist and that Connor was with him and he's the one, like, he's come to get me. That's who he's talking about, is Connor. But they're actually not friends. This song is not what it seems to be. So I think it's very interesting how that's portrayed and everything. So that song I never really understood until recently. So Sincerely Me is based with Jared and Evan. And Jared is a family friend, I learned. I actually thought Jared and Evan were actually friends. They aren't. They're family friends, and Jared really does not want to be friends with Evan. I feel like that changes closer to the end and everything, because I feel like they get a lot closer, but just throughout the whole musical, Jared's just super mean to Evan, but he's also like helping him out at the same time, just so he can get a good word with his parents. But in this song, it's Jared and Evan writing these emails, and Jared takes over, like he's the first one to have it. So like it starts out with him typing and stuff like that, and then he ends up dying laughing because of something that he said, and Evan's all freaking out, like, why would you write that, everything. But Mike Face, who plays Connor, is on stage singing as well, because Connor is in this song, but he's not in the song, if that makes any sense. He's technically not there since he's already dead. It's a super funny song in my opinion, but it also is super important for this musical and basically ties everything together. So Requiem basically explains itself in the song. It's mainly Zoe singing, but it ends up being Cynthia and Larry Murphy as well. This is them. Well, she's basically saying, why should I be the grieving girl or play the grieving girl? And there's a ladybug in my hair. I just felt it fly. I hate ladybugs so much. It's a super sad song in my opinion, because this is all of them being vulnerable enough to like not really talk about, but just think about the death of Connor. And it's a super moving song in my opinion, but it's very self-explanatory with the lyrics. So next is the song If I Could Tell Her. This song, I actually thought for the longest time that it was Evan singing to, it is Evan singing to Zoe, but I thought it was Evan saying these things about Zoe, like it was actually coming from Evan. But it was Evan making up stuff that Connor said about Zoe. Which is like super sad in my opinion, because Connor didn't actually think these things about his sister. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I don't think he did, because he just doesn't seem like that type of character too. But it's also super sweet as well, because Evan's trying to make her happier and everything. But I love the song. It's such a beautiful song. There's a ladybug on my freaking leg. What the heck? Gosh. Disappear is the next song. And this song has so much meaning to it. It's probably one of my favorites, like maybe top 3 favorites of the whole entire album. So Connor's basically asking Evan to keep his memory alive and make sure that he isn't forgotten, and that's an ongoing thing in the song. But this is when the Connor Project becomes a thing, and I think it's just a super cool song because everybody's singing it, and it's just, you know, sprouting the Connor Project. So You Will Be Found is the next one, and this is the whole entire cast singing, and I love it so much. It's another favorite of mine. This song basically is telling you you're not alone in whatever you're going through, that somebody else is going through the same exact thing, and that you will be found. Somebody will realize, oh, this person is going through something. Maybe I can go help them. And it might take a while, but just don't give up, you know? And it's such a beautiful meaning. I don't know, I really, really love that song, and it's so empowering. So, yeah. Wow, I'm really good at words. To Break in a Glove is a super great song for Larry and Evan. It's a great bonding moment, in my opinion, and it's great for Larry because he's actually getting somebody to talk to, like a son figure, and Evan's having a father figure. And I think it's just like a super cool bonding moment, like I said, and I think it's just like a really cool life lesson in all of it, because he's saying, like, some of the lyrics is saying it takes patience, it takes time, like everything takes patience and takes time. So I think it's just a super cool song, and I feel like that one can be underrated at times. So Only Us is a super cute song between Zoe and Evan, and it's just saying, like, it'll be us and only us, you know. And Zoe's saying in the beginning of it that she doesn't want Evan to try and, you know, sell her on wanting him. I guess fake being himself, which, I mean, he is lying to her whole family and everything about him and Connor being friends. It's just like a super meaningful song, and I feel like displays the characters even more. The lyrics explain the song very well. So Good For You is the next one, and this is like such an empowering song for Heidi, in my opinion. I never knew who she was singing to or about in this song until recently. I actually have the Dear Evan Hansen book. That's how I've learned all of this stuff, and I thought, you know, might as well tell you guys about it. She's singing this song towards Evan, and I never knew that. It's after when Heidi goes to the Murphy's house, and then Evan ends up showing up there after hanging out with Zoe and stuff like that, and then the beans get spilt and everything, that Evan's been staying the night there and everything, and how he's been just kind of living basically with the Murphys for like a couple weeks or so, I guess. But this is her, you know, saying that he's found something better, that he's like found a better life without her. So I feel like this is like a really, really good song for the character Heidi, in my opinion, and just like shows how she's hurting and everything and just wants to have her son there. So Words Fail is the next one, and Words Fail is also one of my favorite songs. It's super emotional, and this is Evan basically telling the Murphys that him and Connor weren't friends. And the actual dialogue, it starts out like, he didn't do it, he didn't write it, I wrote it. And they're asking him like, what, no, and everything. Oh, it's okay, sweetie, because he's like bawling his eyes out. And Evan eventually ends up explaining that he wrote the letters and everything. And then eventually it goes into the song Words Fail. And it's such an emotional song, and I love it so much, in my opinion, because like so many people can relate to it in certain parts of the lyrics. Like I relate to certain parts of the lyrics. It's such an empowering song. Then we go into So Big So Small. I don't need my phone. I've used my phone because I've typed out certain things. I don't need my phone to explain this one. This was actually my audition song. This one is Heidi talking to Evan about the divorce between herself and her ex-husband. And this song took place when Evan was younger, obviously. And I think it's such a great Evan and Heidi moment, in my opinion. Yeah, they're not as close and everything, but I just love how she's explaining it to him, even though it's so hard for her to. And it basically is telling him that she tried her best and everything without her husband being there, and tried to provide for her family. And I think it's just such a sweet song, in my opinion. So that's also the reason why I chose that one for my audition song. Then we end up getting to the finale. The finale ends with All We See Is Sky, like For Forever, that song. and it's everybody out on stage. And this actually takes place a couple years later, and I didn't even know that. Like a couple years after everything happened. I just love everything about that song, and it's super short. It's like a minute and something seconds long, but I love all the harmonies in it, and I love how everybody's there and, you know, happy. And it's basically, it starts out with him saying, "Dear Evan Hansen, today is going to be a great day, and here's why. Because today, at least you're you, and that's enough." And then they go into singing. But I just love that song and everything, and it's a great way to end the roller coaster of emotions of a musical, you know? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it would be like a cool idea to explain Dear Evan Hansen, because it is confusing, especially when you first listen to it, and you don't do like proper research. But I did buy the book, and it explained it a lot better because it had the dialogue before and after and during the songs, so it really helped me understand it. So I hope this helps you understand it if you don't own the book, or if you haven't done if you haven't looked up stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, please. That'd be great. I would love to grow my channel, and leave comments down below of what you guys want me to upload videos of, more like this. I do have another video idea actually that'll be up tomorrow. All my social media and everything will be down in the description below if I remember to put it there. Hopefully I do. But give this video a thumbs up. Also, I hope you guys like this white background. I think this is going to be my filming background from now on. My tripod thing with my ring light and my camera is up so high, it's so close to my fan, and it's stressing me out. Because like, I'm a tall person, and this is me all the way back, and I didn't want you guys to see my microphone. So, like, if I'm further back, it's fine. Like, this is me all the way back against my wall. I was probably about 2 or so feet, maybe not, maybe like 2 or 3 feet in front of my wall. I didn't even realize that actually. Well, but yeah. So I will see you guys tomorrow.